right, that's it. Round 3 of the Texas High School Football Playoffs is in the books. We have some winners. We have some losers. Of course, Jim Bass Ford is a sponsor of this, so we're going to let them start this thing off. So we'll go to a message from them, and then we'll get into how the night went.
If you're looking for a spacious SUV, this is probably a top pick. The rear spoiler and the roof rack just add to give it a sportier and more polished look. Oh, did I mention we discounted it $6,000 off MSRP?
Get a new 24 Nissan Murano Platinum and get $6,000 off MSRP. Jim Bass Nissan, Houston Hart at Arden Road or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
Don't you just love it?
All right, we'll start down in Sweetwater, Wallhawks versus Lubbock Roosevelt Eagles. We'll go down to Ryan Chadwick. Final score of this game was 35-6. Wall wins. They're moving on. Going to play Canadian next week. Let's go down and hear what Ryan Chadwick has down there.
It's over here in Sweetwater where the Wallhawks have defeated Lubbock Roosevelt 35-6. Wall came out and pretty much fixed every mistake they had in the first half on offense and kind of just dominated all around. Lubbock Roosevelt did get into the end zone at the end, but at that point, some of the backups were getting a little bit of extra playing time on Wall's defense. Take nothing away from Wall's performance tonight. They dominated on offense, they dominated on defense, and they really just put this one away early. And they ended up going up 35-0 midway through the fourth quarter, and at that point, it was just over. So congratulations to the Wallhawks. They are the Region 2 semifinal champions. Back to y'all.
Perfect. So Ryan was able to get a few more interviews, so let's go to those. First, head coach of the Wallhawks, Houston Guy.
All right, joining me now is head coach of the Wallhawks after another dominant performance. Regional semifinal champions now, Coach. You said earlier in the week that you were a little bit nervous about how your defense would respond to defending the triple option. Almost pitched a shutout. What do you think?
They did a fantastic job. Coming into this week, we had our first practice on Monday, and I think Coach Slaughter was going to have a coronary. And so we went back and he tightened some things up and made some adjustments. And, man, coming out Tuesday, Wednesday, they looked really good. Tonight they looked phenomenal. Super proud of the way they play. I'm not sure if they've been held to that low of an output in a long time. And so to see our kids play like that, I was very happy for them.
Seemed like the explosive play really got it done for you on offense as well. A couple different turnovers in the first half, really cleaned that up in the second half. Just give me your thoughts overall on the offense.
We talked to them about, the turnovers at halftime. We thought we should have been, 21, maybe 28 ahead at the half if we would have just held onto the ball. We knew we could move it. I was real happy with our kids with the big chunks of yardage that they were getting. I just thought we should have been a little bit more consistent that first half. I think the second half we came in, didn't turn the ball over, and that's what it should have been like the first half. And so I was real proud of the way they came out the second half and put points on the board.
All right, Coach, y'all get y'all's rematch with Canadian. They beat Idalou today. So, how are you feeling about that heading into next week?
I'm going to enjoy this one tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll go to work on Canadian. Or tonight when we get back, we'll go to work on Canadian. But, it's one of those things. We thought that we would be in this position, that coming into the season we thought we would be here playing in this spot. To get out of this region, you got to go through Canadian. They're the top of the region right now, and so we would like to go. And we want to play good. Play the best of our ability and see how it goes. That's what we want to do.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win. And again, this has been head coach of the Wallhawks, Houston Guy.
Right, thank you.
And then now the defensive player of the game tonight was likely linebacker Luke Kemp. Ryan Chadwick was with him. Very good interview there. Let's listen to it.
All right.
Joining me now is one of the linebackers, one of the four horsemen, as we call them, for the Wallhawks, Logan Thomas. Logan, you played out of your mind tonight, man. Several tackles for a loss. It felt like you lived in that backfield, and you blocked a punt.
Yeah.
Defense almost shut out Lubbock Roosevelt for the entire game. Just give me your thoughts on the Hawks' overall performance on defense.
I just think our team has come together so nicely over the past 2-3 playoff games, and it's really cool to see. We're a group of boys that have been playing together for a while, and we're clicking right now, and I like it.
I will say this team looks like it has the potential to be able to go all the way. Now, you downed a really good triple option team tonight. It's almost like you're going to go face the opposite next week in Canadian. What is this defense going to have to do to get past the Wildcats?
I mean, we're going to have to step up. We tasted them last year, and we know what they're about, and we're going to have to step up and play our best football.
Just overall tonight, when the offense turns the ball over a couple times, obviously they made up for it in the second half, but what's that mentality like coming out on the field knowing that the team is leaning on you and on the guys on your side of the ball?
I mean, it's tough, but we know that stuff's going to happen, and the offense can't always be productive, and that's our job. I mean, we got to step up and we got to stop the other team.
All right, man. You've won 3 playoff games now, regional semifinal champions. What's your favorite part of just this whole process?
The team. I mean, being with these boys is nothing better. It's a great atmosphere, and I love every minute.
All right. Well, again, this has been Logan Thomas, one of the 4 horsemen for the Wallhawks. Back to y'all.
Of course, all of our coverage for tonight's Wallhawk action is brought to you by Angelo Bolt at 808 Warehouse Road. Opened in 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Concho Valley for 29 years and counting. Angelo Bolt's the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are Angelo Bolt will always have what you need when you need it, and in the rare chance they don't have that odd fastener or special part you're looking for, they'll find it fast. No request is too big or too small at Angelo Bolt. Go see him today, 808 Warehouse Road, where customer service is their top priority. Thank you, Angelo Bolt, for bringing us the Wallhawks tonight. All right, moving into the Sonora game. Unfortunately, the Broncos are done for the season. They fall tonight at San Angelo Stadium, 31-8. James Bellini is down on the field with the Holly head coach, Mitch Abels, so it should be an interesting interview. Let's go ahead and go down there and see what he has to say.
I'm here with Mitch Abels, head coach of the Holly Bearcats. Got a third-round win over Sonora here. Coach, how's it feel to be moving on?
It feels good. You know, anytime you can continue playing and into the month of December is a good thing. And just want to say my hat's off to Sonora. They've got a bunch of fighters on their team, good coaching staff, a good group of kids over there.
And one thing that just killed Sonora was the mistakes. You know, how do you capitalize on the
you just got to kind of, when you get a big turnover or a big break, you want to take a shot. And, sometimes it's good to just go with the game plan. And I felt like we stuck with the game plan tonight.
And one thing about taking shots, you've got Chandler Meyer out there and DeAndre Moan. You got your son Keegan back there slinging it to him. Having 2 of them, better athletes at receiver, man. How does that help you?
Well, it helps you because you can run the ball a little better when you got those 2 guys out there, and it stretches the field and makes them cover more of the field and kind of opens things up for you.
Now you've been to the state title game the past 2 seasons. What's that hunger to get back to that? Is that obviously that's the goal, but
right? Yeah, you just got at this point in time, you just got to take it one game at a time, and we're going to enjoy this one for 24 hours and try to get ready for Stratford.
All right, this has been head coach Mitch Abels.
Before we move on, though, I want to let you know that Hartman Roofing brought you all the highlights for this Sonora playoff game. If you want to stay in the game, don't get beat over the top. At Hartman Roofing, the proof is in the roof. From residential houses to commercial buildings, Hartman Roofing is the roofer you can trust to do it right the first time. To get a quote today, call Hartman Roofing at 325-653-2888. Last game we're going to be looking at was, of course, Benjamin Jayton, our 6-man action for tonight. Final score there, 80-45. It was close and then going back and forth in the beginning, but blowout in the second half. The game ends early, 80-45. Let's go down on the field. Scott Manchaca is there with the coach's interview, so let's go to that.
Hello, this is Scott with San Angelo Live, COVER1 Football. I've got Coach Hayes and the quarterback, Grayson Rigdon. Great performance, guys. Coach, I'll start with you. Great win tonight. You improved to 13-0. You're moving on into the next round of the regionals. You stay undefeated on the season. You win tonight. 45-point rule over the Jayton Jaybirds tonight. Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Thought our kids executed our game plan perfectly. The great teamwork. Grayson does what he does, and the team kind of rallies around him. Great teamwork.
Okay. And Grayson? great performance, passing the ball, running the ball, defense. Just a great performance tonight. Your take on your performance and your team tonight?
Just great blocking and great, execution like during the week. A great plan for the week also, and then we just go in and do our thing.
Okay, guys. Great game tonight, Coach. Good luck the rest of the season, and good luck to you, Grayson.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Everyone loves a little six-man, and tonight, Intertel is bringing you our six-man game of the week between Benjamin and Jayton. Intertel is a proud sponsor of Cover1 Football and has been providing cutting-edge but proven technology for homes and businesses in the Concho Valley. Just like the game of football, good defense is important to winning. Need a security system or camera? Get a free quote today by visiting Intertel.com or by calling 325-658-8375. All right, before we get into scores, I want to let you know that the Cover1 scoreboard is brought to you by Texas Bank. Locally owned and governed, Texas Bank is a proud sponsor of Cover1 Athletics. Just like the guys on the field, Texas Bank wants to show you what it means to be a team. From checking to savings to personal loans to commercial loans, Texas Bank is here for San Angelo Owens with 3 convenient locations. So, when thinking where to bank, use the local guys at Texas Bank. All right, let's get one last look at some scores. We're going to start with a Concho Valley team, Richland Springs and Cherokee, 70-46. Looks like Richland Springs is staying alive. Stratford, 53, New Deal, 16. Stratford wins big. Burnham and Fall City are in a battle in the fourth quarter. 1-point ball game there, 21-20. Fall City's up. Sunray and Wellington, 29-22. Sunray. That's still a one-score ball game. Getting started in the third quarter here, 20-3, Brownwood's up. Bushland and Paradise, 29-14. Paradise is up in the fourth quarter. Westbrook and Borden County, got to wait till tomorrow for that one. Benjamin and Jayton, 85-40. Showed you showed you an interview from the coach and the quarterback from that game just a second ago. Gordon and Abbott, 64-16. Gordon, Holiday and Jacksboro right now tied at halftime, 21-21. Highland Park against South Lake Carroll, 45-14. South Lake Carroll won that one. Another final, Timpson Honey Grove, 68-7. Timpson. Italy and Toller, 61-28. Toller wins. Roscoe Collinsville, 50-12. Collinsville. Glen Rose and Seminole. Glen Rose went down there and handled business, 48-34. Albany, Munster, 19-14. Albany's run for another state title continues. Gunter Comanche, 45-0. Gunter. Idalou Canadian, 57-14. Canadian. They'll meet Wall next week. Clyde and Brock, 75-21. Brock. Decatur, Lubbock Estacado, 52-21. Lubbock Estacado loses to Decatur in that one. And still need to know the score for Weimar Refugio. That may be tomorrow as well. Of course, Hawley Sonora, this one's final. Broncos had a great season, but they're going to have to hang them up. 31-8. Bearcats win. And Wall and Lubbock Roosevelt, the Hawks got the job done, 35-6. They'll be them and Richland Springs going to be the only two teams in the Concho Valley that will remain. So make sure you come back next week as we're going to continue following them until we get to hopefully the state championships, and maybe one of those will take them home. I'm Matt Trammell. I was your host today for the Cover1 halftime and post-game show. Make sure to go back and watch so you can see some of the highlights. Also, if you're looking for more highlights, make sure you go to SanAngeloLive.com and read the stories that we're going to be putting up all tonight, because that's where the full highlight tapes will be. Of course, we'll also have coaches' interviews and everything. You can see from there. That's SanAngeloLive.com/sports. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight: Angelo Bolt, Intertel, Hartman Roofing, Jim Bass Ford, and of course so many more. And then our stringers out there: Scott Manchaca, Matt Couture, Ryan Chadwick, James Bellini's. Our scorekeepers. I had to pitch in tonight. It's all right. Matt Trammell and Joe Hyde did the scores tonight, and also thank you guys for watching, and for everybody here at Cover1. We will see you guys next week.